Hello students, this session I am going to discuss the third lab program of DBMS. Right now, let me start with the question. The question is, or the database name is called as salary database. In this database, we are going to have say this table called as employee salary. In this employee salary table, we are going to have these columns: employee code, employee name, date of birth, department, salary details. Okay, now after this we have these many queries here. So these are the questions that we need to look after for this particular database. Now I have the first query, which is creating the table. Next query, I need to insert 5 tuples. This we have done in the previous lab programs also. By seeing this, you should be able to write the query. Once, if I mention the table name followed by the column names and data types, you should be able to write the query for creating the table as well as inserting the values into the table. uh, Once that is done, we have the third query where you need to display the number of employees working for each department. We need to find the sum of salary of all the employees, find sum and average salary of each department based on the department, and next we have find the highest salary, find the lowest salary, total salary of each department, and at last I need to increase the salary of any particular department by some amount. Now when you're inserting value into the table, based on this query you need to insert, that is you need to enter 5 tuples into the table. Because if you observe the last query, we have mentioned something like I need to increase the salary of the employees who belongs to one particular department. Say I have mentioned computer science department, right? The same thing, when you are inserting values into the table, you should make sure that you should have at least one or two values with a department name as computer science. Okay, and that is what you need to look after before entering the values. You just go through the queries once. So based on that, you can insert the values into the table. Okay, now coming back to the queries. First we have the query for creating the table and then inserting the value into the table. First we'll see how to create the table. I have all the queries here. Now I want to create the table. You can see I have the query like this, like create table employee salary. I have made it as employee salary 1. You can specify any name. I have given employee salary 1, followed by the columns employee code, employee name, date of birth, department as well as salary. Okay, now first select this value, particular line, and click on run. Once I do that, you will get a message saying table is created. Fine. So after that, we'll just go and check the description. Once I click on description, you can see you have this information like this: employee code, employee name, date of birth, department as well as salary, its data type, and the length of the characters. Okay, after that we need to insert the value. So I'll be writing insert into the table name, that is employee salary 1, followed by values. As you know, if it is number, I'm not going to use single quotes. If it is varchar, or if it is a date, then I'll be using single quotes. So or enclose the value within the single quotes. Now this is my first value. I've selected it and click on run. I'll select the statement. I'll click on run. So you can see we get a result as one row inserted. Again I'll insert two more values. For your practice purpose, you need to insert at least 5 values. Okay, so I'll be inserting only 2 or 3 values. So I've done with the second value. I'm inserting the third value. So I have inserted all the three values here. So I got the result. So if you want to check the values, you can check the values by just selecting, just like that, select star from table name is employee salary 1. Okay, so once that is done, click on run. If you observe the values I have inserted three values: employee code 31, 32 as well as 34. These are the values we have, department as well as salary. Okay, fine. So the first, after inserting the values, we have the first query as, first question I need to answer is, display the number of employees who is working for each department. So for that, I need to display count or something like that. Say for example, I need to display count of, I'll write select count of employee, count of employees from employee salary. Now I need to display based on department. Whenever I want to display based on department, we have a statement called as group by department. See, I'll just enlarge it. We have, I need to select what, any column. Say I want to select, the question what I have mentioned is select the number of employees or display the number of employees working for each department. So I need to group based on the department. Based on the department, I need to count the number of employees. Here I can use the column name salary, or I can use the column name department also. Okay, now I need to select count of department based on or grouped by department name. Now what we have written here is, this is the name that is going to display on the output. If I'm not using that also, I'll get the output, but it will be displayed on the output when you use this particular line of statement. That is, it is just like another name for that particular employee code. Okay, I have selected the line of statement. I'll start executing the statement. So once I do that, you can see you have the count of employees as 111, like this, right? Now I need to know which department has how many number of employees. In that case, now I have selected only count of department, comma count of employees. Here I'll add one more column, like, so if you see here, I have first value here, which is count of department. Second value I need to display is department. It will be separated by a comma. Okay, now once this is done, if I try to execute this statement again, the same line of statement, if I try to execute again and click on run, you can see the output will be something like this. That is count of employees based on department. English department, how many employees are there? 1, science 1 and computer science 1. So if you want, based on how many inputs you have added, you can change the value. The result will be changing. Okay, so now we'll go to the next question, which is find the sum of salary of all the employees. I need to find sum of salaries of all the employees in the database. In that case, we'll have a query something like this. I need to find sum. So I'll be writing the query as select. We have an inbuilt keyword called as sum. I need to find sum of what? I need to find sum of salary. I'll display it as So sorry, I have already done it. I'll just go to that particular query. Here you can observe we have this query, find sum of salary. I need to find or select sum of salary, and I'm going to name it as sum of salary from employee salary 1. That is a table name. Okay. Now once I execute that line of statement, it is going to just give me some value like this. This is sum of all the employees salary. Okay. So that is our fourth query. And again, fifth query is I need to find sum and average of salaries of employees based on the department. So here I need to group based on the department. Based on the department, I need to find what is their sum of salaries. Okay. Now that was our fifth query. So this is our fifth query. It is already, you can see here we have written here, select sum of salary. That is, we are going to do sum of salary, and also we are going to find average of salary. So and we are going to display department also, from which table? Employee salary table, and we are going to group by department. Based on the department, I need to find the result, so that I'll be grouping like that. Once that is done, I'll click on run. The output will be something like this. Sum of salary will be like 23,000. Here also average 23,000, and English department, science department, as well as computer science department. So that is displayed because I have added only 3 values. Suppose I'll add one more value. Say I have some value 33, A, B, C, D, and I'll make it as say E, F, G, some employee, date of birth some 2 November something, English department. I'll make it as 20,000. So I'll select this value, and once I click on run, that particular row will be inserted. Now if I try to execute this statement, the fifth query, I'll get something like this, 43,000, because there are 2 employees that is they are belonging to English department, and their average salary is 21,500, and the sum of the total salary of that particular department is that is 43,000 amount. Okay. So this is about your fifth query. Next query is finding the highest salary as well as find the lowest salary of the employee. So for that we'll be using these queries, like maximum of salary, max of salary, that is alias name, that is one more name for that particular query or that particular constraint what you have mentioned, from the table employee salary 1. So I'll click on run. So once I do that, I'll get a result something like this. So maximum salary will be 25,000. If you want other details, you can display other details also. Similarly, you can also find minimum salary. We'll click on run. So the minimum salary amount is 15,000. Okay. So these are about your queries that we have here. Now what we are using here, like say count, sum, maximum, average, minimum, all these things are called as aggregate functions. Okay. So these are the aggregate functions. This question may be repeated in your theory section also, where they'll be asking about what are the aggregate functions. Then you can write the same example program what you have mentioned here, right? Now going to the question again. So this question, that is this query number 8, it has already been executed, because you can observe here we will find the sum of salaries of employees. Here I have total salary of employees, so both are same. We'll be finding sum of salaries of all the employees and total salary of each department, that we have done here also, like say when we have done sum. So I'll just execute how to do that. For that I'll be using the same statement that we have used for finding the sum of salary of overall employees. So we are finding sum of salary of all the employees from the employee table. Now again, I need to find based on group. So I'll be using group by department. I'm going to group that particular salary and I'm going to sum it up in the form of department. So in that case, I'm going to get some value like this: 43,000, 25,000 as well as 15,000. Now here I have only one column here, one row, one column is displayed. If I want to display department also, I can write something like comma department. So once I do that, if I try to run the statement, so I'll get this. So English department is having total salary of 43,000, science department is having a salary of 25, and computer science is having some salary of 15,000, right? So this is about your that particular query, which is query number 8. Coming to the last query, now here we are increasing. Whenever you see increase, decrease, or whenever you are changing the value in the table, then we need to use a query called as update. Okay, select is used when already existing data has to be extracted and it has to be displayed. We are not going to change the actual data. While displaying, we are going to make some changes. Say for example, when I write something like sum of salary, in the table whatever value will be there, that will be same. While displaying only, we are going to make some changes and it will be displayed. So there we are going to use select. Whenever you want to change the value that is present in the table, in that case I will be using update. Okay, now the question says I want to increase the salary of employees of computer science department by 1,000 rupees. Okay, so that is I need to update which table employee salary 1. I need to set what I need to set, what I need to change. I need to change salary. What I need to increase, I need to increase the same salary value by how much amount? 1,000 rupees. What is the condition? The condition is computer science, that is department should be computer science. If you observe here, they have mentioned the department as computer science, and amount should be 1,000, and I need to do what? I need to increase the salary. So for that we have updating the table name called as employee salary 1, and we're going to set one particular field employee salary to the new value called as salary plus 1,000, where department should be what? Computer science. So this is our 9th query. For this query again I have selected the value, I have selected the statement. Now once I click on run, you'll see something like this, one row updated. If you remember previously we had salary of computer science department was that particular employee was 15,000. Now it will be changed to 16,000, so that it is updated. Okay, so fine, this is your third lab program. Please do practice the programs uh, and at least start writing the queries in a notebook, so that if you're having any laptops with you, can or desktops with you can start practicing the programs. If you don't have anything, just try to study these programs so that you can once the offline classes starts, you can do that in the lab directly. I'm not going to explain these things again in the lab. I'm not going to take one more session for this. I'll be just going briefly regarding this particular concept of programs. All the queries, all the answers will be given through online only. Thank you.